I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Today we are talking about retirement portfolio distribution amounts, frequencies, all that good stuff. I'm going to be using a tool. I'll link it down below so you can figure your own figures out. But I'm just focusing in on frequency of withdrawal rates, okay, or frequency of withdrawals. Okay, so people, in retirement, you're going to either withdraw money from your account monthly, quarterly, or annually. I mean, you can do it however you want, but I wanted to see if there was a big difference between all those three. And what I found is historically, there is a huge difference. And we're going to go over that today. So if you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff down below. In the pinned comment below is links to my PayPal if you want to donate to this channel, links to my Amazon link that if you use that link and you complete your shopping session and buy whatever you want on Amazon, after you click that link, Amazon will send me a small commission on qualified purchases at no extra cost to you. Great way to just, throw this channel a little bit of a tip, if you will. Also down below is a link to my Teespring where I do like coffee cups. Where is that? Right there. Good gifts, good Christmas gifts. If you'd like, check those out. Pick one up if you'd like. Another great way to support the channel. So all that being said, thank you for being here. I'll put playlists down below of some things that I'm all about, and let's get started. So what I wanted to look into today is historically how portfolios performed when you withdrew money monthly, quarterly, and annually. Now I'm using the Portfolio Visualizer site, which backtests portfolios, as far back as however long that stock or ETF existed. Now, what I'm using is the oldest ETF in existence, and that is the SPY ETF. I think it goes back to the mid 90s. I'll look here once we get into this. But that's the only one that I can find that went through the 2000 crash recession, 2008 crash recession, etc., all the way up till today. And what I did is I assembled this backtest portfolio 100% in that SPY ETF. I put in, if you look here, $250,000. Okay. And here I selected withdraw fixed amount. And I wanted to, we'll go to the year here. I wanted to really put the pressure on this, right? So I said, we're going to withdraw $20,000 each and every year from the time 1 year after we deposited the money. Okay. And I wanted to see what the ending portfolio value was after the end. And so if you'll see here, I have $250,000. We're going to withdraw a fixed amount of $20,000 a year. That it works out to be an 8% withdrawal rate. Now everybody says, we need to do 4%, but I wanted to do this to its breaking point. Okay. So this is highly aggressive. So we're doing $20,000 withdrawal after the first year. We're going to inflate that with inflation, or we're going to adjust that with inflation each and every year. So each and every year you're going to get, if inflation is 2%, you're going to get the next year, you're going to have 20,000 withdrawal plus 2%. Okay. And on it goes. So here's the yearly one, $250,000. And then I went to the quarterly one, and it's the same thing. We got the SPY ETF with 100% just the SPY. And we're going to withdraw here $5,000 every quarter, so every 3 months. And then we got over here to the monthly, which works out to $1,667 per month. Again, inflated, adjusted for inflation, withdraw monthly. We're not going to add anything to it. And this is just the SPY 100%, all three of them. Okay. So we'll go down here. Once you enter all that, you go down and you hit Analyze Portfolio, and it'll spit out a number. Portfolio return number 1. Your initial balance was $250,000. Your final balance with withdrawing $1,667 a month, every month, adjusted for inflation, is $250,472. And if we go to annual returns, we'll see that this has been going since 1994. So what is that? Help me out here with math, y'all. 94, 04, 14, 25 years? 25 years. So all the way to 2000, well, 2020 is not over yet, but you're now withdrawing about $36,000 a year from the portfolio. And this has gone through the 2000 dips, the 2008, 2018. Now, obviously, we've had some very good runs here. So, all in all, you know, that's not bad. $1,667 a month, inflated, you know, adjusted for inflation each and every month. And we still, in, you know, 25 years later, we still have $250,000. Not too shabby, right? Well, what if we change that to quarterly? We'll run the same test. We'll click Analyze Portfolios, and with a quarterly withdrawal, we end up with a balance of $261,940 or $649. Go to annual returns, and it's about the same as far as, you know, what you're getting per month. Per year. And of course, you know, the year's not over, so it's a little off for 2020, but you still have $261,000, and you've withdrew. I should have done the math on that, but that's got to be at least $500,000 off your portfolio. Now, the final one, which is the big kicker here, this one is annually. So every year, once a year, you're withdrawing $20,000, and you adjust that each and every year, for inflation. Now we'll take a look and we'll just analyze that portfolio, and boom, look at that. Portfolio 1, just by doing an annual withdrawal instead of monthly or quarterly, your final balance now is $392,273. That is a big number. We'll go to annual returns, and of course, it hasn't withdrew 2020 yet because you're only doing it once a year. So it's going to withdraw about $36,000 from that. So your ending balance will be about, what is that, 360, 355? That's still $100,000 more just by only withdrawing once per year instead of monthly or quarterly. That is a big difference. Now, is that going to work, 20 years from now, or would it work from now until 20 years from now? I don't know. Nobody knows. But historically, the strategy worked. And I think in the future, that strategy will also work. Whether you're, it doesn't matter what the withdrawal number that you're withdrawing. It would be probably more advantageous to withdraw once a year versus quarterly or monthly. And I think just the strategy alone will also work. Now, will you end up, with, $100,000 more 25 years later? That's up to the market. But just as far as portfolio performance is concerned, I think it's no doubt that it shows that annual distributions from your portfolio versus quarterly or monthly is a lot more advantageous. And why is that? It's because when you do have down years, you're not constantly pulling money out while you're having those down years. So with the monthly, you're just not constantly chipping away as that portfolio is dropping in value. You just did it once, and then you let the portfolio go and let it recover if it could recover. Okay, same thing with quarterly. So it's really just keeping your hand out of the cookie jar and letting the market do what the market is supposed to do. And I think that is kind of a big lesson here, because it's always that, what's that saying? If you handle a bar of soaps too much, it gets smaller, right? So the less your hand is in your portfolio, the more it can work for you. So that's all I got. I'm going to leave down a link to Portfolio Visualizer. You can play with this. The only reason why I use SPY is because it is the longest ETF with the longest track history, record per se. If you throw, any of these new ETFs in here, it's not going to perform the same, because it only, most ETFs are fairly new and they didn't go through recession. So that's why I used the SPY ETF. So any thoughts? Oh, one other thing. I know this is going to come up. Well, what about dividends? Well, same thing. If you're withdrawing money, if you have enough money in dividends where you don't have to touch your portfolio, that's great. But your dividends also have to grow with inflation. So if your dividends are flat for 20 years, you're going to be in trouble. So if you're in dividend growth, that's where you want to be. You want to keep up with inflation. And I think that's all I got. You guys, leave me a comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.